Sammy's Adventures in the Magic Book. The Library Visit. One sunny morning, Sammy's grandfather came to visit. Sammy, a 5-year-old who preferred playing with electronic games, wasn't excited when his grandfather suggested a trip to the library. However, he loved his grandfather too much to refuse, so he agreed reluctantly. At the library, they wandered through the aisles until they reached the section with old books. The grandfather picked out a dusty, leather-bound book and handed it to Sammy. "This was my favorite book when I was your age," he said with a smile. Sammy opened the book cautiously and suddenly, a bright light burst from its pages. The blinding light. As soon as Sammy opened the book, a dazzling light emerged, filling the room. Before Sammy could react, he felt himself being pulled into the book by an unseen force. He tumbled down a long, colorful tunnel, and when everything settled, he found himself in a completely different place. Entering the world of stories. Sammy found himself standing in a vast forest with towering trees and vibrant colors. Nearby, a small creature resembling a cheerful fairy hovered in the air. "Welcome to the world of stories, Sammy. You are now the hero of these tales," the fairy exclaimed. Sammy noticed an old map in his hand, marked with mysterious symbols and locations. "What is this?" Sammy asked. The fairy replied, "This is a map of adventures. Each spot on the map presents a challenge you must overcome. If you are brave enough, you will uncover secrets you never knew." The first adventure. Sammy and the fairy began their journey through the forest. The first challenge was a wide, rushing river with an unstable wooden bridge. The fairy warned, "You must cross the river to reach the next adventure. But the bridge isn't as it seems." Sammy carefully stepped onto the bridge, feeling it shake under his weight. Halfway across, the bridge began to sway wildly. Despite his fear, Sammy remembered the fairy's words and continued with determination. With each steady step, the bridge stabilized and Sammy safely reached the other side. There he discovered an old chest containing a small book filled with wisdom, which he read with pride. Sammy's Adventures in the Magic Book. Meeting the creatures of the forest. Deeper into the forest, Sammy encountered a group of strange creatures. Talking birds, squirrels dressed in clothes, and bouncing rabbits. Each creature had a story to tell or a riddle to solve. In one corner of the forest, he met the wise owl who said, "You've passed the first challenge, but the journey is long. There is wisdom in every step. Listen and learn." Sammy eagerly interacted with the creatures, solving their riddles and learning from their tales. He realized that reading and understanding could be just as exciting as playing. The challenge at the mysterious mountain. Sammy and the fairy continued their journey until they reached a towering mountain, shrouded in dark clouds and strong winds. The fairy said, "This is your final adventure in this book, and it will be the hardest. On this mountain you must face your fears." Climbing the mountain was difficult, but Sammy pressed on, remembering the lessons he had learned. At the summit, he found a cave glowing with faint light. Inside the cave was a large mirror. When Sammy looked into it, he saw not only his reflection but also all the challenges he had overcome. He realized that the adventures were not just about the world outside, but also about discovering his own inner strength. The return to reality. After the final adventure, Sammy found himself back in the library, sitting next to his grandfather. The magic book lay open on his lap, its light now gone. "Did you enjoy the adventure?" his grandfather asked. Sammy nodded enthusiastically. "Yes, it was amazing. I never knew books could be so full of magic and adventures." From that day on, Sammy saw books differently. He began visiting the library regularly, searching for new books that would take him on exciting journeys, just like the magic book had done.